Alright, Urban Therapy with Sun752, and this is your daily Gogetemism number 70 for December 14, 2014. It's the 14 or the 14. Yo, check this out. I'm about to go to the Eagles versus Dallas game. So that's what we got to take care of. I'm about to go to the Eagles Dallas game. I'll get into that a little bit more at the end of this video. But right now, I want to talk about what it takes to raise a child. They always say that it takes a village to raise a child. And I believe that. I really think that that's a true statement. But I think it was even a little bit more true back in the day when people really cared about the welfare of a child and how he was going to grow up. I think things were more serious when we were young and we understood the powers that be that were against us. I think nowadays a lot of people really don't believe that racism and prejudice exists the way that it used to before, because there's a lot of interracial things going on nowadays, not just the dating, but there's a lot of integration, and sometimes when we get into that, we believe that things have improved, and on some levels maybe they have, and on maybe on some levels, as we can see with Darren Wilson, and also, you know, what's going on with Mike Brown and Ferguson, we see that things have stayed the same. But what I want to talk about is when we say that it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a village to raise a child, but only if the village is teaching the child the right things to do. If the village isn't teaching a child the right things to do, then it's probably better that you keep the child away from the village. For example, if the village is teaching your kids how to steal, how to lie, how to be deceptive, if the village is teaching your child everything that the child will need in order to wind up in jail, incarcerated behind bars, locked down for a lifetime, then that's not the village you want raising your child. It might be better for you to keep your child locked up. It might be, locked up in your care, not just in the home, but in your care. There's a big difference between being home and being home in somebody's care. When you're home in somebody's care, that means they are safe away from harmful streets, away from predators, away from drugs, from alcohol, from a lot of craziness, chaos, and murder, mayhem, violence, all kinds of stuff. And we know that kind of stuff exists out there. So when we say that it takes a village to raise a child, we're talking about brothers and sisters. We're talking about aunts and uncles and cousins. We're talking about grandparents. We're talking about good neighbors. We're talking about friends. We're talking about family friends. We're talking about anybody that will do the good things that children need in order to advance out here. Make them have a healthy respect for education, a respect for their community, for their elders, for their peers. People that will help out and do the right things. When I say right, I mean helpful things that people will think back on and say, you know what, that girl or that boy is really a good girl or boy. And that's the kind of village that we need nowadays. And I think that our village has been pillaged in a way. The village is just not what it used to be back in the day. And I don't want to stick to that mantra, because a lot of people act like everything was hunky-dory back in the day. No, everything wasn't. But we had a clear enemy that was in sight back in the day, and nowadays we don't exactly know who is against us. Sometimes it's masked. Sometimes it's better to know exactly who your enemy is. You ain't no enemy. So that's your daily Gogetemism number 70, December 14, 2014. And about to go to the game. About to go to the game. Yeah. Oh. Remember, good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember that it takes a village to raise a child. But if the village ain't right, then they ain't raising your child right. So keep away from the village, or find a better village for your child to be raised in. Yeah. So this is how you get right. This is how you get right. You know what I mean? Eagles versus Dallas. Dallas Cowboys. Yeah. That's my word. And it's cold out there. When it's cold outside, girl, who are you holding? So this is how we got to get right. This is how you got to get right when you go to the Eagles game, man. Oh, by the way, this is Deshaun Jackson's old jersey. That's still my man. He plays for the Washington Redskins now. So next week we got to go. Next Saturday we got to go smack that ass. But that's still my man's though. That's still my man's though. RG3 too. So I get with y'all later. Have a good night. Have a good safe night. Go Eagles. 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 I know what I'm talking about. Yo, check me out on Facebook. Y'all know what it is. UrbanTherapyWithSon.com. Never forget. Kitty Cat of the Year. That's the star of the show. Lovey love. Alright. Hey. Alright, yo. Peace.